Hello, guys, and welcome to the 5-day baseline workshop. Super excited to have you here and meet you in the program. I know this is a big deal for some of you. You've never done something like this before, and it's very new for you. All I can say is it's going to be a lot of fun. Don't worry, I'm going to make sure that you don't do too much and that you don't try and, get everything from it straight away, because that's really the last thing you need. So I'm going to give you full permission here to basically take it slow and just get what you need from this. And, this is just the starting point. This is not just like an overnight, 5-day, get your life back kind of thing. You know that. We would never say anything like that. But this is really going to help you establish a really good, healthy foundation. And not just foundation, but like a new mindset on how to do things, because this is what's going to help you move forwards with your health and your life. And this is the first steps you need to take to get there. So in this video, we're going to go and go through a breakdown of how to get the most out of this 5-day workshop and just a few house rules and things like that. So it won't take too long, but there's some really important information that's going to really help you set yourself up for success over the next week. And just for you to get the most out of it without feeling like, stressed out about it, or, thinking, is this right for me? Or I'm not sure if this is going to work kind of stuff. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. And it's so cool to be doing this because, the fact is that you are going to connect with so many other amazing individuals just through this workshop. We have people in like 51 countries who have signed up. So it's really cool. You're going to get to meet lots of different people. So the first thing is welcome. Really excited to have you here. The second thing is what I want you to do is introduce yourself right here in the group. Yeah. So all I want you to do is, this is what we do in the main program, and it's just awesome. So basically I want you to introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and why you're here. What do you want to get out of it? Just really simple and short. Post a photo of yourself in the introduction, or you and your pet. Like in our main program, people post photos of their pet. Like some people got horses and dogs and cats. It could be you doing something. So feel free to share a photo. It's always nice, and it just gets it going, and you get to meet lots of other like-minded people too. So definitely do that as soon as you can, if you haven't already. The other cool thing is I get to see who you are, and so does Erin and all the other coaches too. The second thing is no negative venting at all. So this might be new to some of you, but this is not a support group. Okay. And unfortunately, there's a lot of crappy support groups out there. So we're very different here. We only focus on recovery. We only focus on what is useful. So we have a zero tolerance and policy on negative venting and complaining. So basically what that means is you just can't complain. So, things like post like, oh, I feel so bad today, or, oh my God, like I just feel like shit, or, oh my God, I'm in so much pain, or I've got a headache. Not useful, okay? It's not going to help you, and it's not going to help anyone else in the group. So we have a very strict policy on this, and you might feel relieved knowing that, because this is only an encouraging space. And the reason why our programs are so successful, and our main program specifically, is because we have this policy in place, and we don't attract people like that. So if you're about to type something and it's a complaining kind of post, don't do it. It'll be deleted, and then you'll be kicked out of the group. And this is just for the safety and the environment and the culture for ourselves to really breed success. And successful people don't complain. They just find out a way. In saying that, you can express yourself, but you just need to make it solution focused. So if you do have a headache, you can say, hey guys, I'm experiencing a headache at the moment. Does anyone have any tips on how to overcome it? Or I'm experiencing, I'm struggling with my baseline. Can anyone add any tips for me? That's useful. Okay, that's proactive, and that is going to give you the best results. Okay, so zero policy. If you do see a complaint, or if you do it, you will know that it'll be taken down and you'll be kicked out of the group. And it might sound harsh, but it's really for the benefit of your own good. And again, like I said, we're here to get results, and we want you to get those good results too. So back at it here. Now, third thing here is reminder on calls and time zones. So you're going to see a calendar that's going to be emailed to you, and you'll see it in the group, and you'll see it in the program here. Now, what you need to do is to spend 3 or 4 minutes to double check and make sure it is the correct time for you. Now, we'll be doing calls either in the AM Australian Eastern Standard Time or the PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in America, most likely you're going to do the morning Australian time session, because that'll be your afternoon the day before, most likely. If you're in Europe, you'll usually you'll attend the PM Australian Eastern Standard Time session, which will be your morning, mid-morning specifically, okay? Double check it. You will get a reminder email for every call, okay? You don't have to attend it. It's not compulsory. You can watch the recording afterwards, but I do encourage you to come if you can, even if you can come for 30 minutes or whatever it is for you. It's just really uplifting. And so many of our clients, even in our main program, when they're having a bad day, they feel like crap, they come to a call, they leave feeling a different person. They feel rejuvenated, they feel refreshed, they feel on point again and focused. And this is why we do these calls, okay? So just check your time zones, make sure it's correct for you, and then you'll move forwards. Now, number 4, are you mindset ready? This is an important question. If you're coming here strangle holding this and thinking, oh my God, I need to get this right now, hands up if that's you. You've got this perfectionistic way of like, I just need to get my baseline perfect and then everything's going to be, it's not going to work. Okay. You need to relax. You need to not have the all or nothing mindset, and you need to have a relaxed approach. Okay. We go deeper into this in our main program because it's so important. How you do things is so important. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I want you to have a relaxed approach, okay? You're really here just for learning at the moment. This is not about, trying to grasp everything within 5 days. This is just to learn so you can then implement later, okay? You'll be able to implement some of the things, but you won't be implementing everything. You're just going to learn the fundamentals first. Okay, so relaxed approach. I want you to check if you've got a curious mindset. And this is important because so many people come in and think they know it all. And the know-it-alls never really, they stay stuck, right? You want to have a curious mindset. What can I learn here? I had a client recently, she's 55. When she started the program, she was struggling like big time, couldn't do anything she loved to do. And this lady, and she's very smart, very switched on lady. Now, within 9 months, this lady has turned her life around. She's back hiking with her daughter on 8-day hikes. She just messaged me the other day. I'll quickly show you if I can find it. Unbelievable. And let me see if I can find this photo she sent me. Here we go. Yeah, she sent me a photo of her on her hike with her daughter, like rainforest. And she messaged me and said, been busy preparing and going out for an 8-day bushwalking adventure with my daughter. It was so good. And I go, oh my God, how amazing. How far did you hike? And she said 75 kilometers over 8 days. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But it made me think. This wasn't overnight, by the way. She did a lot of work. She did the baseline to start with. This is what we teach everyone in our main program, the fundamentals of baseline. But she's at where she's at because she had a curious mindset. If it wasn't for that, she wouldn't be where she's at, because she would come on every call and she would listen. Now she's like, she's older, she's switched on. She could have easily gone, I can't learn anything from this person. I can't learn anything from this person. But she didn't. She came with her notepad. She came curious. She had a relaxed mindset. She had a curious mindset. And then she just took what she needed and then she applied what she needed. And this is what it's all about. Okay. So curious mindset is key. And the third thing I would be doing is a success identity. And again, we can't spend too much time here just because it's going away from baseline, but I just want to talk about it quickly. There is a video that that I'll give you access to help you switch from symptom focus to health focus. But success identity is so important. If you're someone who's constantly going, oh, it's not going to work for me, I'm different, of course you're not going to get the results because you're separating yourself from the potential of anything changing, right? So we want to really try on a success identity. You can almost try it on like a costume, right? And this costume is going to help you start to do things better. It's going to start to help you do things differently. It's going to help you celebrate other people's wins. And it's going to help you come closer together with what you want versus separating yourself and not getting what you want. So question your beliefs, if you're thinking this isn't going to work for you, or I already know it all, again, you're just stopping yourself from actually making any positive, impactful change in your life. So I want you to put on the success identity, and that basically means encourage one another, support one another, see the greatness in someone else's success. So this lady Wendy, who's going on hikes and stuff, constantly posting in the group, sharing her wins, encouraging other people who are winning, because then you can learn from each other. Okay. And really that's the fourth thing here is learn. The learner's mindset is so important. And that's that. Okay. I'm not going to go too deep here just because, this is just a 5-day workshop. But like I said, we have a whole 45-minute video training in our main program just on Are You Mindset Ready? Okay. We go deep into the psychology of it and really what it takes. Now, the 5 days is really about learning, guys. It's not about implementing everything. I know what you guys are like. You're going to try and watch a million videos and you're going to watch it, take a million notes. Yes, you can take notes, but do not go all or nothing. Okay. So you're not going to get anything out of it. Instead, I want you just to take these 5 days as a learning workshop and then apply what you need throughout it. But it's not about the 5 days. It's about what you do after this. Okay. Like I said, success does not happen overnight. You need to make sure that you ease into this. Okay. And not just go all or nothing, because that's probably what got you here anyway. Okay. And this is what we teach in the main program. Sometimes we tell people to, part of being in our program, sometimes I tell people, hey, you need to take a week off the program. No videos. Okay. Obviously not you guys, because this is what you've invested in. And this is only a 5-day period. But when you're working with us for a year, 9 months, a year, 15 months, if you're information overloaded, sometimes it's not that helpful. Okay, sweet. Not all or nothing, like I said on the back of this one, not all or nothing. You got to have an easy mindset, not trying to do it all right now. Okay. Now with questions, I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions. First of all, a lot of the questions are going to be answered in the content first. Okay, so I'm going to show you the back end of the program. You're going to see it now, so you can get a taste of it. And then basically, I'll show you right now what it looks like. Let's see. This one, and so this is it right here, guys. Yep, the 5-day baseline program. So a lot of the questions are going to be answered here. Okay, now we've added in an extra couple of videos to help you out with your nutrition basics and sleep basics. We do go deeper in the main program, but this will be really helpful to help you with your baseline, because it's all part of it, right? So you've got your foundation videos. These are the ones that I'd like you to work through slowly. I'll tell you anyway after the first session we're doing what to do first. Then you've got Dr. Olivia bonus videos here that help you with your sleep. And there's some research videos here which are fascinating and make all the right sense in terms of why you should be doing your baseline and just working on rebuilding and re-strengthening your health and your life. And then there's some bonus videos here as well. Okay, so that's that. Again, you do not need to ask questions inside the group. It won't get answered from coaches. It will only get answered on the actual call. So we have some dedicated Q&A sessions for you where we'll answer a hell of a lot of the questions that you have. Okay, you can ask the group questions to get other members' answers, because there might be someone in there who has a really good answer to your question that you have. Okay. And like I said, go to the content first if you have a question. Usually the answer will be there. And then we've got some Q&A sessions with Erin or myself, depending on the sessions. Okay. Now, this one's a really important one if you can understand my messy handwriting. Baseline is just one aspect of recovery. Okay. You know, if you've watched us and followed us for a long time, we have a very deep holistic approach on recovery, and everyone needs something different at different stages. But the most important thing to get started is your baseline. Okay. Once you figure out this and you really embody it and embed it, and you have an innate knowing of what's right for you, everything else is just easy. All the stress and the overwhelm starts to dissipate because you're not freaking out about what's working, what's not working. You just know what's right. And then you can start to focus on other things too. Okay. So this is just the starting point to move forwards and explore other aspects of recovery. Like I said, in our main program, we cover every aspect of recovery, from restorative movement to reconditioning your body to strength training program, depending if you're ready for that. Some of our members, we don't even talk about exercise for the first 4 or 5 months. Okay. We specifically tell you what to focus on depending on where you're at and what your current goals are. And then we work with you on that. And that's why we do so many group coaching calls every week to point you in the right direction. But to start with, this stuff is what we teach our members. For the first 6 weeks in our main program, this is the work that we do. Okay. So you're really getting a taste of that. And like I said, take your time. It's not going to happen in 5 days or 10 days. You will notice small changes though if you start doing the right things, and that's something that you can take note of. Is like just I feel a bit better now, or I slept a bit better, or I didn't realize I don't even have any symptoms right now, or I've got more energy, or my capacity is pretty good, or I feel more relaxed in my nervous system. These are the types of things that you could notice in a short period of time. Sometimes our clients notice that difference within a couple of days because they start changing, their bedtime routine, or their sleep gets better, or their digestive system starts to work better too. Okay. But that being said, no overnight results. Don't expect, overnight results. Sometimes you've got to plant the seed and the fruit will grow in 3 to 6 months. Yeah. And you got to keep doing it. You got to be consistent. Nothing great happens overnight. You got recordings available for the next 7 days as well. So take your time to go through that if you want. You can always listen on, just as a podcast kind of thing, as an audio. You do have an app for this as well. Okay. So we'll leave in the email you'll get, in the welcome email, you'll get a link to download the app, and I'd love you to download that. So it kind of looks a bit like this, and you just click on the program that you have, which yours will be the baseline one. And then you can literally, this is our main mentorship one. There's a hell of a lot of stuff, but like, let's say, there's a restorative movement. So we click on that, and then all of it drops down, and you can click on anything you want inside that. Look how much content's there just on that. Okay. So that's going to be really good for you. But yeah, so you can watch the group recordings afterwards. And then obviously, you've got 7 days to really listen and learn. And even if it's just laying down and listening like a podcast, that's totally fine. And lastly, I just want you to think about what's possible in 6 to 12 months for you. This is really important. You need to have a long-term plan. And you need to have a long-term focus. What are you here for? Where do you want to get to, and why do you want to get there? And what's it look like? Where would you like to be in 6 to 12 months time? Would it be like Wendy going on hikes and hanging out with her daughter? Is it getting back into work? And I spoke to another member yesterday. He's runs an online company, and he's had to take some time off work completely, and he's starting to feel really good, and he's already thinking about his new ways of showing up and sharing what he's learning and just being a better person. And so that's what inspires him. And is it getting back into sport? Is it becoming a mother? We just had one of our members literally fall pregnant the other week, and she was told she was never going to get pregnant. How crazy is that? One of the doctors at Stanford University said, "Oh, you're not going to be able to get pregnant." And we spoke on a group call, and I said, "That's just an opinion." And I gave her some tools, and I said, "This is what I want you to focus on for the next 3 months. And let's get your nutrition right. Let's get your health right." And sure enough, 3 months later, she fell pregnant. She's like, "Toby, you won't believe it." And it's just so cool, And so I just want you to know there's different stages. There's going to be different things you're going to be doing, and there's always going to be new levels, right? A lot of our members progress so far that they start integrating into life. And then we have a whole new program for that called the Up Level Integration Program. And that's where the people like Cindy and Wendy and, the Laurens, and you would have seen all those success interviews on our YouTube channel. All those people are in that program because they're living life again. And that's what it's about, is fulfilling your potential and starting to really paint, well, what do I want my life to look like? And I know these are bigger questions, and right now they might not feel, that reachable and attainable for you, but I want you to have an open mindset for that. I think that's really, really important to start to go, okay, that's really important. Yeah. Cool. I know I talk a lot, but it's just important to really think about the future and in a good way, in a fun way. And we help you with that. Okay. It's not like it has to be overwhelming or scary, and we break it down, and we even have a goal setting workshop in our program for you guys to do. If that's something you're interested in, you will have an opportunity. Some of you will have an opportunity at the end of the 5 days to transition into our main program. And not all of you, but some of you. And so make sure that you do come up to all the calls, and we're going to have a progress chat and an overview on the last call, and we can talk about that. I'll share with you what it looks like in the back end of the program. I'll answer any of your questions you have, and we can talk about you transitioning if it's a good fit for you as well. Last thing, guys, bring a water bottle, drink of water or herbal tea or whatever you want. Ideally no coffee or alcohol, especially at the moment, and a notepad and pen. Okay, that's really all we need here, is a notepad and pen, and we'll see you in a group call soon. And go over this video if you need to again, just for some reminders. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you inside the group calls. It's going to be really nice. And I just want you to just pick one thing to focus on. I don't want it to be like, oh my God, I need to do everything. Okay. This is why we have, such a much longer term approach to ease into this and do it right. But like I said, the baseline is the foundation. So let's start here, and then we can add on things after that. Great to meet you guys, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.